Hey everybody, it's Jason Blaha here, and it's time for many of you's favorite segment, and that is Emma's vlog. And she has quite a few of my women who watch, have become big fans and follow. And this we're up to number 24. All right, today we're seeing the cut finally hitting her. She's about 7 pounds into her cut. She's like, now my pressing strength is taking a hit. I can't lift quite the same weights I could. Everything's going down on pressing slightly, but for perspective, she has now lost more than 5% of her body weight in body fat, right? She bulked. We gained an enormous amount of strength, which is what we want. She gained something like 10 pounds over time. Uh, Her lifts went way up. We hit enormous all-time PRs on everything from big lifts to supplemental lifts. Then she started cutting a couple months ago. She's going to trim down, and then we'll repeat the process. And so now we're seeing what happens. Pressing strength usually takes the first hit. And it took this long before we saw it, right? So this goes to show that we really have her fatigue management on point, that she got this far into a cut before we started seeing any regression on the pressing strength. Okay, that's kind of your ideal. But people need to remember, even if you regress on a cut, you still end up bigger and stronger than you were had you not bulked at all. And that's what people have to remember with that. That's why we always bulk and cut. All my lifters do it. It's what I recommend. Those who choose not to do it, they just don't make as much progress, and they cry to me they don't make progress. Well, you didn't eat. But on the upside, her pull-up strength is going up. So we laugh, and I think on the second set of pull-ups later on part two of this, when we get into her dynamic, she's like, I got 10 pull-ups. So she's like, at least I feel like I'm progressing there. Now I'm losing body fat, and at least my pull-ups went up. Because again, as we get lighter, things like pull-ups go up. Actually, sometimes deadlifts go up. So coming up, we'll test her conventional deadlift in the near future and see what's going on. She actually did pretty good on squatting today because we have gained so much leg size. Look how much bigger her quads, adductors, hamstrings, everything have gotten, right? Her squat is still doing good. I don't remember the exact number there, but she's like, yeah, it was pretty much a small PR. So we're still okay there on the squats. And again, it comes down to showing that when you put on enough muscle, even when we get into the cutting sometimes, you lose significant body fat, that extra muscle still pays off on some lifts. And she's not going to cut a whole lot longer, I don't believe. She, again, just wanted to trim the extra padding off that she gained bulking. And then you know what? We're just going to repeat the process because it works. That's what I tell all you people out there, you men and you women both. Focus on strength. Bulk and then trim back down to the body fat you're comfortable at. Repeat the process. And as you get more and more advanced, those bulks and cuts can be smaller in terms of weight gain. In other words, novices might need to gain 30 pounds. Okay, and I'm serious. An advanced lifter might only need to gain 10 pounds on a bulk. Okay, you're not going to gain a lot of fat if you gain 10 pounds on a bulk and you're gaining muscle and strength during it, if it's a nice, slow, steady bulk. And that includes women. The end result, you have so much more muscle, metabolic rates up, strength is up, you feel better, and you end up being a lot leaner when you get back down to the same body weight. You have less fat. Okay, and it's an ongoing process. We repeat this. But her supplemental lifts have been constant. We're putting a little extra focus on shoulders because, again, she's cutting. She's got good delt aesthetics. She used to do bodybuilding. So we're putting a little extra focus on her shoulder work while she's cutting. Right? We want those shoulders to pop a little bit. Kind of hoping people will accuse her of being on VAR then. That's kind of the running joke. She's not, by the way. But our supplemental work is staying the same so far. Lower days, of course, Romanian deadlifts, split squats, reverse hypers, hanging leg raises. Now, because she's starting to lose a little bit of strength, next block, we're going to reduce the volume on the dynamic days. Right? We're going to keep the max effort days the same in terms of volume, but I'm going to cut one of the lifts out. People always ask me, so if you adjust volume for a lifter, where do you adjust volume? It's always the supplemental work. Right? It doesn't matter whether we're running conjugate, whether we're running 5-3-1. We tend to keep the main work at the same volumes for the most part. If we add or reduce volume, it's supplemental work. right? The stuff where we get our hypertrophy. Because, again, this is where the fatigue management occurs. Okay, the magic happens with the supplemental end. All the programming is done on the big lifts. Okay, our fatigue management, our extra hypertrophy, what we can handle based upon bulking, cutting, our lifestyle. Okay, that all comes down to the supplemental work. Now, the upside, of course, she's got her +5 hat of pull-ups on, so that probably helped. We got 10 pull-ups. 10 pull-ups. All right, we're getting to pretty elite levels for women. I mean, how many guys out here can't do 10 pull-ups? She's a woman, she's up to 10 pull-ups. That's crazy. Like, next level. But my God, we put in a lot of years to get there. I mean, this is long term on Team Blaha. Her and her husband Louis have been Team Blaha for years. These are not just like new clients. They've been on for years and years at this point. They're staples on the team. So she's just made that continual progress. But man, 10 pull-ups. Okay. She's got a 3-plate deadlift. She's got 10 pull-ups. This is a drug-free woman in her mid-20s. Who's at a lean athletic body fat. Right? This is why she's getting a little bit of a fan base here. A lot of the other women are like, okay, well, she can do this, then, maybe I can too. And that's the point. Okay. She's doing this. She can do it. Now, granted, she's putting years. It's taken her years to get here. But she's doing it. And it can be done. Right? It can be done. And she's doing it bulking and cutting. She gets to bulk. She gets to eat. Right? You could do this. Now granted, hiring me would help, but you may not need to. Follow these vlogs. Follow my advice. If you can't afford coaching, it's a lot of free information. I vlog everything for you people. So the ladies who are out there who are watching, she is not an outlier. You can do this same stuff if you're willing to put in the consistent work that she has over the years. It's not going to happen tomorrow. But I mean, look how consistent she is. We're up to vlog 24, and she's been Team Blaha a long time, for years. All right, we're 24 vlogs deep. You see what she does week in, week out. But you know what? These workouts don't take that long. They don't take that long. Maybe an hour, 4 times a week. But it can be done. Absolutely can be done. 315 deadlift. It's past a 2-plate per side squat. 10 pull-ups. All right. All right, guys, but that's really all I have to say on that today. I hope it's been informative, and I will talk to you guys next time.